Coming up, the College of Education offers a program for children living with autism, and later the University of Iowa adds 3 new campuses this month.
Last year, the Iowa women's basketball team was at the top of their game.
And last night, they played their first game of the new season.
We've got that and another pregame Friday in sports.
After a week of brisk days and even colder nights, this weekend will provide opportunities to thaw out. Stay tuned for weather for more.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm John Chenoweth. The College of Education has opened up new doors to children and teens on the autism spectrum with a summer program at the Bell and Blank Center. The program strives to nurture young people who excel in math, science, and the arts. One of their top priorities is to cater towards twice exceptional kids, students who are both gifted and living with a disability. Instructors at Bell and Blank are given a packet on how to handle everything from bullying to personal space to hygiene. The center creates an academically challenging environment where twice exceptional kids can be comfortable to make friends and develop the relationships they deserve. Iowa students will be greeted with 3 new CAM buses this month. The buses will be replacing 20-year-old models which were originally designed to last 12 years. CAM bus operations supervisor Mia Bernelli stated that the total cost of the new buses will be around $450,000. The updated buses are more energy efficient and comply with the Clean Air Act. They will also feature an updated look to reflect the university's rebranding, including the university logo, as well as a new slogan that reads, "Students driven, driven students." You know, it's been really freezing lately. I'm just hoping it's going to be one of those weeks in Iowa that maybe it's just going to jump up to 70 degrees. I doubt that's going to happen. Hopefully, the weather studio can give us some good news. Let's toss it over there.
John, unfortunately, today's forecast is providing a ho-hum lead into the weekend. This morning, expect partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the upper 30s. As you travel home tonight, expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 20s. For those not traveling to Madison to see the Hawks take on the Badgers, Saturday could be perhaps the last warm day of the year. Skies will be partly cloudy and temps will peak in the high 50s. Saturday night, temps will dip into the mid-30s. Sunday will be cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 23. Looking ahead to the start of the week, temperatures will drop Monday. Expect a high of 24 and a low of 10. Tuesday will follow suit with a high of 22 and temps dropping to 10 Tuesday evening. My advice is to get back outside on Saturday and enjoy the last warm days of the year.
Thank you. Trump founded a charity called the Trump Foundation to donate money to various causes. However, over a decade ago, Trump stopped donating his personal money to the foundation, and money from other donors has been going towards his personal expenses and towards his presidential campaign. This includes a rally in Des Moines before the 2016 caucuses. The suit accuses the president and his children of violating federal and state campaign finance laws. He's agreed to reimburse $11,000 to the foundation for its payment of auction items and other $2 million to nonprofits such as the Army Emergency Relief and the Children Aid Society. The foundation's liquid assets will also be split among the charities. Skyler Hardy is a miracle baby. Before he was born, Skyler's parents were told that he had a 1% chance of survival due to a lack of amniotic fluid in his womb. His first 98 days on Earth were spent at Stead Family Children's Hospital, and Skyler was diagnosed with Vacternal Association, a rare disorder affecting multiple organ systems. Skyler is now 8 years old and loves to spend his time watching and playing soccer, baseball, basketball, and football. Skyler's parents are incredibly proud of him. His mother makes sure he will never forget that he is a miracle baby. Now, as was said before, weather, the Hawkeyes are going to my home state of Wisconsin to take on the Badgers. And also we're going to talk about some things with Iowa women's basketball. Let's toss it over to the sports studio and see what they have to say.
That's right, John. The Iowa women's basketball team debuted their season as defending Big Ten tournament champions for the first time since 2001.
But the big question was, how are they going to play without Megan Gustafson anchoring down the team?
Last night, the Hawkeyes hosted the Florida Atlantic Owls to open up their season.
It was a rough start for Iowa trying to catch their footing in the first half.
They eventually had a surge of energy and pulled away from this game before the fourth quarter.
The scoring was evenly spread out throughout the game with multiple players scoring in double digits, but sloppy play dominated this game with over 100 combined fouls and turnovers. Hawkeyes took it 85-53.
That was one of the longest games I've ever played in. When you have 66 free throws shot between the two teams and 49 turnovers, it's not a pretty game, and I understand that. But you know something, it's the beginning of the year. We got to get used to the foul situations and do a better job of not putting somebody at the free throw line so much.
Like Coach said, it was a pretty ugly game, but we'll take the win, and it's our first win, and it's just going to get better and more smooth from here. We're implementing a new offense this year, so it takes time and game experience when you're going against other opponents to really get used to that. And it's just going to keep improving. And, I mean, we have to just work out the kinks, but that kind of happens when you implement a new offense with a bunch of new players.
The Hawkeyes are off for a week and will host North Alabama next Thursday at Carver.
Now, it's been a minute since we've done this, but we're back after the bye week for another football pregame show.
Now the Hawkeyes are going to have their talons full when they travel up to Madison to take on the Wisconsin Badgers. The Badgers come into the game with one of the best defenses in the nation.
And in the past, Nate Stanley hasn't performed in big road games looking like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, but the team is still confident in their abilities to go in and get the job done.
It's going to be loud. My biggest thing is I want to try to get them out of the crowd as early as possible, hop on them early, take the crowd out of it. But if you let them get into that fourth quarter with an upbeat tempo, it could get real tough. But other than that, if we go out there, we do what we have to do, we take them out of it, I don't see why we shouldn't come out of this game victorious.
Now, whether we want to admit it or not, kicking field goals has become a key part of Iowa's offense.
And with the way the Iowa defense has been playing, if Keith Duncan can get just a few chances, they might be able to put some points up on the board.
And be on the lookout for Duncan's name. He has also been announced as a semifinalist for the Lou Groza Award. The award is given to the best place kicker in the nation, and Duncan leads all kickers with 19 field goals made on 22 attempts. Duncan's point total on the year is up to 75, which leads all Hawkeyes.
Kirk Ferentz has trusted his kicker all season long, and if the Hawkeyes can keep it close in Madison, Duncan could be the X factor.
Despite the 2 losses on the season, the Hawkeye defense has shut out everybody in its path. But the man in the Wisconsin backfield, Jonathan Taylor, has been on a different level all season long.
But this is the Big Ten we're talking about. Iowa has gone up against some of the most talented football players in history. The Hawks are just going to stick to their game plan and get the job done.
You know, I mentioned the receivers and their tight ends are really good players, so you can't just play the run because they have guys they can throw it to. And when you play a guy as good as Taylor, you know, just you might be stopping him for a while, but it's just that threat that he can take it and then go the distance. And
this is a perfect stage for us, and as a competitor, going to somebody else's house and taking the trophy for them, that's everything you could ask for, especially with the rivalry between us and Wisconsin going years back. So it's definitely one of the biggest opportunities this year, and we're really excited.
Yes, you heard OJ correctly. This is a battle for the Heartland Trophy. Rivalry games always bring a new element to the table. So let's hear your prediction, John.
Well, everyone thinks this is going to be a defensive battle with very limited scoring, and they couldn't be more right. 17-9, Wisconsin.
John, I couldn't agree more with you. I think Wisconsin will win this one 14-10.
Well, that's it from us and our pregame show. John, back to you.
Thanks, guys. A video of a California second-grade classroom singing a parody of Lizzo's Billboard hit Truth Hurts went viral on Facebook and Twitter. Teacher Dorothy Malari rewrote Lizzo's adult lyrics about heartbreak and turned them into an encouraging message about education and friendship. Each year, Malari comes up with a new song to inspire her students to learn in the morning. This is the first year her class has gone viral. It even attracted Lizzo's praise on Twitter. That's all we have for you on this Friday morning edition of DITV News. Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday. And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on stands now. For DITV News, I'm John Chenoweth. Have a great day, Iowa City.